Welcome back to the Glow Diary. Today, it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic one because it's a giggle episode. Giggle entry. I keep calling them episodes. I want them to be entries because it's my diary. Anyway, today's going to be Today is going to be a little bit silly because I have a bunch of videos filmed that I need to edit that I have not yet edited because they don't fit the giggle vibe, and my next video is a giggle. So join me to become an academic weapon by tomorrow. Yeah. Also, gang, do you like my setup? I put my artwork on the wall. And look at my flowers. They're very pretty. I also got a bubble tea. But yeah, that's my cool little setup. Anyway, we're studying for health and movement science. And then in my breaks for studying health and movement science, I'm going to be studying math. Yeah. Let's do it. Also, Maisie, this is your official shout out for getting me to kick my butt into gear with YouTube. I have so many videos, I just haven't had the time to edit. And I want to keep the channel alive. So, yeah, thanks, Maisie. Beep the nails. I have a glow entry that I've started filming that will span over the course of a week, where like I do a bunch of ASMR tapping. Anyway, that's not this entry. All right, let's print off all the sheets I need to start studying.
I don't know. Oh, guys, do you see my lava lamp? It's right there. My lights do not do it justice, and I think the wax is getting stuck to the side of the lamp, so I have to like heat it up with a hairdryer.
But it's fine. Okay. Let me get up the stuff to start my academic weapon journey.
We have some 8 minutes guide to short answer questions for PhD in environmental health and movement science. Anyway, and we have 5 steps to smashing a PhD exam. Even though I'm doing health and movement science, we see you reusing them. That's for the time. Okay. Oh, number 1, she's got a little Google form going on that I can answer. And then she's got a little Google form going on for this one too.
Miss Ayres. All of her sample questions are from the old syllabus, not from the new syllabus. Yay. Okay, there's some stuff that's the same. That's fine. Let me print this one. File. Print. That was my dog. Okay. I'm printing this thing. It's 14 pages. 14 whole pages. I actually just want from page 1 to 13. Maybe I don't even want 13 because I don't want the answers on my pages because I don't want to see them and be likely to look at them before answering my question. Banging. If anyone If anyone wants my milk flour order, which has become one of my favorite boba places, I get a passion fruit green tea, which comes with like passion fruit pulp inside, coconut jelly, and pearls. Divine. Anyway, guys, does my skin look like it's glowing? I literally started using a new product yesterday, and I'm trying to like gaslight myself into thinking that it's working. Anyway. My printer needs paper. Let us go. Guys, it's raining outside. Look how cute my nails are. I can't get over it. Oh, I got hey, this is top secret. You can't tell anyone, but I got. You didn't hear me say that. What? What? Ain't no way. Let me wait for my paper. Alright. We're back in business, baby. Printed. Boom. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is actually the Google Forms, because there's a chance Mrs. might see them and might mark them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then I can review. So let us do these multiple choice questions together. We're studying together. This is nice. Okay, I must enter my email. Switch account. Go. Let's do it. Email in. The provision of a mental health clinic to support people living in a rural or remote area would address which area of social justice? Rights, equity, access, or participation? Okay. Which one does it address? The provision of a mental health clinic in a rural area. Access is my first thought, and equity. But I'm thinking access. The provision of a mental health clinic is to support people living in a rural or remote area would address which areas. My first thought is access. That is my first thought. Ebony or anyone smart at Health and Movement Science, if you're watching my video and I get any of these wrong, please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Yell at me through the screen, maybe I'll hear you. Maybe I'll hear you. We're becoming academic weapons together, okay? Okay. A limitation of epidemiology as a measure of health status is that A. It's rarely used by health professionals and policymakers. Lie. B. Only produces information on the mortality of a population. Good question. C. Does not explain the socio-cultural risk factors that contribute to negative health behaviors. D. Identifies broad trends only without reference to accurate data regarding illness and disease. Guys, we're struggling because I don't know. This actually, hold on. Before I continue, this just reminded me to log back into Quizlet because I found some really good Quizlets and I sent them to the group chat, but I haven't done them all the way through, which is what I should have done. But it's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. It's so fine. Focus area 1. I'm in it. Hello? Oh, my internet just dropped out. Can you come back, please? What little dinosaur guy? Oh, just as I start playing the dinosaur game, it loads. Of course. Of course. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. Which of the following best describes the relationship between the dynamic nature of health and the health continuum? I wrote notes on this the other day. Health is constantly changing. Its position on the health continuum shifting continually. That's funny. Health cannot change in different contexts and will always remain constant on the health continuum. Health is influenced by one dimension and can only be achieved. No, the health continuum has no relationship to the changing nature of health. This is the first one. I'm assuming that sounds the most correct. Guys, there's like a lump on my head. What? This feels so weird. Oh, what is that? What is that? I just pulled out my hair. Can you see that? I just pulled out my hair. That's fine. I can feel something inside my head. I don't have nits. It feels like a lump anyway. What What is the leading cause of mortality in young people? Transport accidents, suicide, cancer, or assault? My first thought is suicide, but then I think car accidents. I was right. It's suicide. Which of the following statements about the health continuum? Which of the following statements about the health continuum is correct? Health continuum is a fixed measure of health status of an individual. Health continuum doesn't recognize the changes in an individual's health. Health continuum is a measure of individual's physical dimension of health. Health continuum recognizes the relative and dynamic nature of health. That was a nice one. Thanks, it says. Observe the image of the active kids health promotion where a $100 rebate was available for the cost of registration and participation in fitness activities. Which group is responsible for this health promotion initiative? Excuse me. The New South Wales government, I believe. I'm right. Which of the following is an example of socioeconomic determinants of health? Inheriting red hair color, exposure to cigarette smoke in the home, studying at university with the aim of securing a well-paid occupation, consuming a predominantly Asian diet as part of a family custom, exposure to cigarette smoke in the home. Who does this smoking program aim to provide support for? What smoking program? There's no smoking program listed here. I'm really confused. I'm going to assume it's the biomedical one. Because I have a cut on my arm and it's itchy. I'll give a cut that I was reading this out to you, and we were doing it together. An epidemiologist is researching injury-related disability data in the current Australian population. Which epidemiological measure is the researcher likely to be using? Injury-related disability data. Injury-related disability data. Morbidity? I think I'm right. The condition of suffering from a medical disease or condition. I think I'm right. And that or life expectancy. Those are my two. What strategy would be most effective in improving equity of access to health services for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples? Increasing awareness of online health resources, increasing the funding for child immunisation programs, providing a telephone or video consultation with a specialist, implementing training for community members to become healthcare providers. Low key, most effective in improving equity of access to health services for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Funding for child immunisation is great because Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are more likely to develop diseases like measles and mumps because of like historical things. The British brought diseases that they had never experienced before, so genetically they were not prepared for those diseases. Providing telephone and video consultation, equity of access, implementing training for community members to become healthcare providers. I feel like that it would be the most effective. No, I'm going to say that. Which of the following is an example of an environmental determinant being changed to effectively target groups most at risk of cardiovascular disease? Implementing a healthy school canteen policy, that's not cardiovascular. Increasing the number of cycleways and pathways in the local government areas. Providing Australians with a $50 voucher to access sporting facilities. Yeah. Developing legislation that stops the sale of tobacco products to people under the age of 21. See, that's not an environmental determinant. Loki, increasing the number of cycleways and pathways. I think. Oh, I didn't do the epidemiology one. What is the purpose of epidemiology? Yeah, okay. Guys, I just submitted it. Oh, wait, it marks it immediately. Oh shit, I got some wrong. I got two wrong. Okay, that's not that bad. Socioeconomic determinant of health. Studying at university with the aim of securing a well-paid occupation. That's okay, sure. Who does this smoking program aim to provide for? There was no image. I couldn't answer that correctly. So I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt for that one. Everything else I got correct. Okay, Kat. Okay, I see you. Get it, girl. Alright. Then mentally practice focus area 2. Body and mind in motion. This is all of the movement science stuff. So what we just did was health. This focus area 2 is movement science. Let's do it. Okay. How can elite athletes best train to improve their anaerobic fitness? Use resistance training with fast movements and light weights in order to develop muscular power. Target specific and relevant fitness components including cardiovascular and muscular endurance. Train at 70% of the maximum heart rate in order to improve their lactate tolerance. Use interval training with periods of intense work interspersed with periods of very short rest. I like that one. The generation of force without changing the length of the muscle. The elongation of a muscle in response to a greater opposing force, respectively. Which two types of muscle contractions are? Ooh. The generation of force without changing the length of the muscle. So that's changing the length and that's changing the length. So it can't be concentric or eccentric. It's got to be isotonic or isometric. Isometric. Same measurement. Isotonic is same time, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm going to cry because I felt confident in that. I think it's isometric. So then the second one is either concentric or eccentric. Elongation of a muscle. So that's eccentric. If I get that right, I'm so happy because I figured that out all in my brain. Okay, the following... Guys, people are sending me Instagram messages. Do they not know I'm trying to become an academic with them? Okay, the following image shows a cycling team competing in a velodrome. What is the advantage of the cyclist's body position? Decrease surface drag, decrease profile drag, increase momentum and stability, increase the Magnus effect. It's one of the two drags. Surface drag or profile drag? Help, why do I not know the difference? Surface? Hold on. Oh no. I need a quick little image. No, it's not showing me. Surface drag is caused by the friction of a fluid layers moving against an object's surface, whereas profile drag, pressure drag, is caused by pressure differences between the front and back of an object. So that's like a plane, I think. Yeah, okay, so it's surface drag. Which biomechanical statement related to swimmers is correct? Velocity is unrelated to stroke length, and stroke rate. A more streamlined body will encounter more resistance. No, linear motion is the most effective type of motion for swimmers. Sorry, I just hurt my leg. Maximum drag created by swimmers will best enhance performance. I'm going with linear motion. Which of the following best describes blood platelets? Blood cells containing protein, nutrients, hormones, and mineral salts that are necessary for the nourishment and functioning of body tissues. Blood cells that carry oxygen around the body. Blood cells that provide the body with a mobile protection system against infection. Blood factors that help to produce clotting substances important in preventing blood loss when blood tissue is damaged. When body tissue is damaged, it's either A or D. Platelets? I think it's D. Yes! Oh my god, I'm a genius! Oh my gosh, I'm a genius! It's to help you clot your blood. I'm genius. Rotating your hand. Coordination! Rotating the hand so that the palm is facing down refers to which type of joint action? Ebony, I see you. Now watch me pronate. Now watch me supinate. Now watch me pronate. Watch me supinate. Pronation. Supination. So this is pronation. This is supination. This is pronation. For the palm to face down is pronation. Yeah. What is the predominant energy system used by an athlete in a 400-meter running event? 400 meters. Predominant energy system. Do you hear the thunder? It makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder. Why I even brace with thunder? The metal Miranda is like infiltrating my brain. I don't know, I need to find a friend. Oh. 400 meters. Aerobic is long distance. For me, I class long distance 800 meters. Lactic acid. Because it's longer than a 100 meter sprint, which would be ATP-PC, but it's shorter than a long distance. Okay. Maybe. Which group of physiological adaptations is likely to occur in athletes who have participated in an anaerobic training program at sub-maximal levels for 8 weeks? Sub-maximal levels? What does that mean? Less than the highest or maximum possible level. So, like, does that mean they did bad? What? Those make no sense because it's aerobic training. Decreased resting heart rate, increased stroke volume, increased hemoglobin level. What are the waste products of the aerobic energy system? Carbon dioxide, heat, and water. That makes sense. How many questions are left? 5. So many questions. Guys, I'm scared. Okay. When a sprinter starts a race using starting blocks, which of the following is correct? The base of support is in front of the line of gravity. What? Line of gravity. Base of support. Line. The line of gravity is in front of the base of support. I think that's right. Center of gravity is behind the... No. The line of gravity is behind the base. No. Which of the following is true when describing human blood circulation? Guys, snow's on my bed. Snow. Die. Oh, I know. Are you gonna help us do movement science? You can stay on my bed. You can stay. Alright. We do movement science now. I'm just gonna go stay over there. So, which of the following is true when describing human blood circulation? The right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood into the lungs. The left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood into the lungs. Right atrium pumps... The atriums don't pump. Do they? The right atrium pumps oxygenated blood into the right ventricle. I'm confused. This is confusing me. Atriums are at the top. Ventricles are at the bottom. So they don't pump blood. Left and right. Sugar. Hold on. I'm going to say it's B. I don't know. That's bad. The chart shows lactate levels in the body in response to increases in exercise intensity. Which of the following statements is true? Lactate levels in the blood increases, intensity increases. Increasing intensity does not affect the blood lactate levels. Optimal performance will be achieved at moderate lactate levels. As lactate increases, the blood becomes more acidic. Which term defines the amount of blood pumped by the heart in a single contraction? Cardiac output? Stroke volume? Ventilation rate? Heart rate? I don't know. Oh! Guys, I don't remember the difference between agonist and antagonist. This is bad. Isometric. It is not isometric. We're increasing. By the way, it's a tricep thing. It can't be isometric because it doesn't stay the same. Concentric. Eccentric because we're extending. I think, yeah. Because like when you do a pull up, that's concentric. Eccentric is extending. So it's one of the two eccentrics. Deltoid agonist, antagonist triceps. No, agonist biceps, antagonist triceps. Joint action, extension, agonist contraction, eccentric. Yes, I don't know. I'm scared. This is so wrong. Okay, observe the image illustrating gaseous exchange in alveoli of human lungs, which correctly describes what process is occurring in the lungs. Guys, I don't know biology. What's this? Red blood cells are picking up carbon dioxide and delivering oxygen by diffusion. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are moving from areas of low concentration. No, the high concentration of oxygen in blood cells is forcing carbon dioxide out of the blood capillaries into the alveoli. The capillary blood flowing past. No, which statement about the movement is correct? What movement? There is no movement. There is no movement. There's no movement shown. Examine the image of pulmonary circulation within the body. What is happening in the areas marked X? Observe the graph of a shot being thrown in a shot put event with varying degrees of elevation. Which biomechanical principle does the graph represent? Projectile motion. I like biomechanics. Because listen, movement science, when you actually talk about movement science, is interesting. When we're talking about what my digestive system does and the way my heart is structured, I fall asleep. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's interesting, but learning it by myself is really hard. What is the most likely cause of fatigue in a runner completing a 100-meter sprint? Depends how proficient the runner is. Because how long is it taking them to do? Yeah. An athlete's body is using the lactic acid energy system. What is the likely duration of their performance while using the system? I can't remember if it's minutes or seconds. We're going to submit this one. 12 out of 20. That's not good. Okay, I got the first one wrong. I got the generation of force one, the isometric and eccentric one. Apparently, the cyclists were decreasing profile drag. Got the biomechanical ones right. Pronation, lactic acid, all that. Which of the following is true about describing human blood circulation? The right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood into the lungs. Okay, we're going to look at a thing of the heart. Stroke volume. Okay, so I mixed up agonist and antagonist. Oh, I got the little random image one, right? Projectile motion, depletion of phosphate creatine, yes. 60 seconds for lactic acid. Okay. So we've got all my answers up here that I either got right or didn't get right, and they're all chilling. So I think now I'm going to do the Quizlet flashcards, run through those, see if I can remember the things, and then I'm going to have to go back and watch some videos and stuff on like all the health stuff, on all of the movement science stuff, with like the heart, the lungs, all the internal stuff, because biomechanics and external movement science, I'm okay. And most of the health, I'm okay. It's all the internal health. All the internal movement science sections that I am struggling with, I am okay with biomechanics and external movement science, and health should be okay. So the order in which I'm going to go over these topics is internal movement science, health, and then external movement science. Because external movement science, if you pay attention to the stimulus it gives you or like the question, you can figure out an answer, I promise you. Alright, let's get it.
Okay, so I just finished doing all of the flashcards on Quizlet for the set that has 166 flashcards. The other one has like 300 and something. A lot of these were health for individuals and communities. I should now also do the one for movement science, which is body and mind in motion. Anyway, my brain is feeling full. I'm gonna take a break now. Then I'm gonna watch videos on like all the health stuff that I said I was gonna watch and whatever else. And then I'm gonna take lots of notes. Yeah. Oh, guys. I created an Instagram account for the Glow Diary because I want to do like real type videos, but I don't want a TikTok account just yet. I don't know. I haven't decided whether or not TikTok or Instagram are better. So I'm going to do it on Instagram for now. And then if you guys hate it, we'll transfer to TikTok. But basically, there will be an update on my I will do an update on the Glow Diary Instagram account with the notes I made from tonight. And and an update on like how the study went. But this is the end of the giggle video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was a little bit funny. See you later. This is me after editing the video. I had dinner and everything. I'm about to get onto that study I said I was gonna put up on the Instagram. So anyway, I love you all. Anyone who has a health and movement science exam tomorrow or in the next week or a few weeks, good luck to you. Hopefully I was entertaining and relatable. I love you guys. Good luck.